All right, welcome back, good people. This begins another week of my video series that I'm creating. My name is Larry James. My company is speakerlarry.com. And what I'm doing this year is I'm creating 200 videos in 365 days. I know, epic, right? Monumentous, all that good stuff. Well, I'm trying, I'll say that. It is more of a challenge than you would think, right? Now, I'm someone who's created 50 videos in 50 days and 90 videos in 90 days, but I've never created 200 videos in 365 days. So it's kind of a challenge, I'll say, in the sense that I have to constantly do research to come up with new content, right? But that's one of the things that I love to do. So it kind of goes in line with, my DNA or my spirit, if you will. Now, the things that I like to talk about, they vary. And the reason they vary is because I like to collect a lot of information from a lot of different places and share that information with what I call an audience, which is what you guys are. If you're watching this video, you are part of my audience. Now, this may be the first time you've ever seen me on a video, but that's still the way I create audience is by creating videos or podcasts or audios or some platform that I can put information on so that I can reach people and share the things that I know or the things that I want you to know that I know. How is that? Okay, but this week I'm going to talk about a series of questions. I did some research this week on questions, and that has always been something that's kind of intrigued me. A question, a really good question, kind of makes you go deeper than the surface, if you will, on your thought process of understanding that question. One of the questions I was sharing this week is something that I'm going to share with you in a second. But from time to time, I like to share questions with people that I want to see what their response is, because their responses will sometimes shock you. It's like, that's a really good answer. But I didn't expect that from you, but I never say that. But, it opens my eyes to the possibility that people think on different levels at all times. And, you can't judge a book by its cover, which I already knew. And you should know as well. But the question was this: can a blessing be a curse? Think about that for a second. Can a blessing be a curse? And what came to my mind when I thought of that question was a really pretty woman. Let's say just like uncommonly pretty, just pretty. When you see this female, you see nothing but pretty, right? Or a really handsome guy. When you see this guy, you see nothing but handsome, just like, wow, right? Those people exist in this world. Is that a blessing to look like that, or is that a curse? Because from other research that I've done, a lot of people, they just hate you for that. Something that you can't even change, that you wouldn't want to change. But because of that, which probably you look at as a blessing, or maybe the world looks at as a blessing, other people look at that as something that they hate about you. I hate the fact that da-da-da-da-da, right? And, that goes to another level that's normally based on that person, how they feel about themselves. But I want to start this video with these videos that I'm creating this week are going to be basically in line with my personal development strategies, right? Because I'm really big on personal development, because I believe at the end of the day and at the end of life, all we have is what we've contributed. I believe that we are creators, just like the creator of who we are. And if we don't create, then we leave nothing left. We leave nothing behind. And I believe it's possible to leave a lot behind. And you have to simply get outside of yourself, a lot of times, and just feel like you're going to give something. You want to share some information. And when you do that, you'll find that the world will kind of open up for you. It'll kind of not only open up, but it'll kind of shine a light in the direction that you need to go. Because when you're doing things from an authentic place, from a position of helping or really giving or not necessarily focusing on receiving, then things happen in a different way. They just work out. They just seem to work out. But if you're focusing on, ooh, how much money I can make, or how famous I'm going to become, or those type of egoic type personal development driven assets or attributes, that's not really a good way to do it, in my opinion. Now, you do it your way, but in my opinion, that's not a good way to do it. Now, you may acquire that money and that fame and all that good stuff, and that's good for you. But at the end of the day, it's who you become that matters, right? Not what you acquire, it's who you become. Because a lot of times what you acquire causes you to be someone that won't allow you to enter that kingdom that we all go to, or have the ability to go to once we leave this planet, right? And, I don't know if that's necessarily something you focus on. I'm not going to go down that path too far. But to the people who understand what I'm saying, peace, right? Because, I'm not trying to dig a hole that I can't get out of at all. So, with that being said, I'm going to make this video very short because I'm going to do 5 more videos today. And the 5 videos I'm doing today are going to be in line with the series that I'm creating. But from time to time, I like to insert a little plug, right? What I call a plug, because these are things that let you know that I'm a real person, right? I do have a life outside of this business, right? I do things besides just this business. So it takes effort, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes all those adjectives to make this wheel spin, right? So whenever you decide to create the life and the lifestyle that you know you can have and you deserve, just be mindful that it's not going to be like just add water and poof. That is not the way it works. But it is if you put in the work and the effort and the time, you will get the results, and you will like the results. Because the results are not always based on the amount of money you have or the people that know you. A lot of times it's simply the growth that you've experienced within yourself, right? Because handling situations from time to time can sometimes be stressful, right? Can sometimes strain you from being your best, from bringing out your best, right? Let me give you this quick example. There was a time when I would go to networking events, let's say little marketing events and whatnot, and there may be like 12 to 15 people around the table, right? And you know how normally what they will say is, okay, we're going to go around the table and everyone's going to introduce themselves, right, and tell about their company and what they do. There was a time, I know, I talk a lot, but there was a time when I was put in that situation that it would make me feel kind of anxious, kind of apprehensive when this person started speaking and I knew I was next. I was like, ooh, what do I do? What do I do? And something was start to stir inside of me. Have you ever had that? I know you have. But anyway, let me be the person to say you can get over that. That is not difficult to get over. You can get over that. Just continue doing what you're doing and you'll become comfortable and things will become more automatic for you. And before you know it, you are saying things in a way that's in line with who you are, what you believe in, your character, and people are watching that. People start to pay attention to that. And when they do, guess what? You become somebody that you weren't to them. They look at you differently. They say, well, you know what, I think Larry has changed a little bit. I don't know, there's something about him, I can't put my finger on it, but he's not the same. He don't really have time to, just, chat around a whole lot. He seems to be more focused and more committed to something. I don't know what it is, but, it wears well on him, right? And that's what you want. You want to be able to, create your own life because it is you that does that. It's you. It's not me. It's you. And the results that you get are based on what you put in it. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was telling me that he doesn't really want to do much. And if you're that type of person that doesn't want to do much, then this isn't for you. This type of back and forth isn't for you because you're already doing not much. Probably. So you're probably already there, right? And that's okay because we all have that comfort zone. Once we're in that comfort zone, sometimes it's difficult to come out. But if you do come out, and you can come out, if you do come out, just know that there is so much more available to you if you open yourself up to possibilities. All right, that's all I'm going to use on this video. My name is Larry James. My company is SpeakerLarry.com, and I'll see you on the next video.